Yo, what is up, you guys? So today we're going to be going over the Maple auction. It is basically the replacement for the late great free market. The free market was an in-game place where you could walk around and talk to people and talk to the sellers, and you'd have to buy an X to open a shop. Actually, it was like $2 or something with NX cash. So that is kind of like the only con of the free market. The pros were like you'd actually talk to people. So I'm making this video because a lot of people are confused, like, oh my god, what happened to the free market? Do people sell in the free market anymore? I hear a lot of new players say that, and I'm just like, no man, the free market was literally nuked in 2017 for whatever reason. I think because the population is dwindling, let's be real. People are going to like Lost Ark and all that, but I'm not going to ramble about all that. Yeah, we're going to be going over the auction house today. Here's a really old screenshot for the OG Maplers. You'll remember that there was no free market, I believe. There were people just in Perion when the game released. People were just literally like out here screaming, selling items in Perion. I thought that was funny. So let's start with the basics, right? So there's 5 tabs. There's search, market price, wishlist, sell, complete. Once you've sold, you've completed. Once you want to find something that you want to buy, wish list, market price, check the prices of the items in the auction house so you can compare to previous transactions. These are all bought. It tells you it was completed, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, search bar. Search bar is basically, searching. The only thing is that you can filter items and, say you want to buy, like, I don't know, like, you want to buy a ring or accessory. So let's say you want to buy a ring, right? You're going to go to armor tab. You're going to go, you just don't specify a class. Do accessory. You want to buy a ring, right? So, and then you go down to these. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little filter thingies are going to be like ways to filter out, of course. So whatever stat you want on your cubes, the potential, sorry, not cubes. So you're going to scroll down, and you're going to find, there's a lot, by the way, it's very overwhelming, so please take your time. So say you want to buy, like, increased mesos, which is, 20% meso, 15% meso, depending on the level. Yes, you want to buy meso ring, right? Go all the way down. So the cheapest meso ring you can buy, this is pretty bad. This has no all stat or luck or intelligence, strength. I don't like buying those items without stat, because defense is the most useless stat, of course. But yeah, if you were like down bad and you had 2 bill, you got it from selling an item, you can absolutely buy this. So remember to just filter things and just, yeah. Meso rings are pretty essential if you want to play the game, even though it's kind of like dead. Meso farming's dead because 2 times drop removal, but yeah. And remember, if you have messed with your settings to hell and back, just hit the reset button, and you are completely back to normal. So let's go over Star Force Enhancement tab. Say you're like someone who has a crap ton of money somehow. Search 22 items, 22 item market. The lowest possible 22 item is Eagle Eye Warrior Armor. Sorry, my Discord's going off. Yeah, so this is not a good main pot. That's why it's so cheap. 23 bill in Barra is pretty cheap for a 22 star, honestly. I would buy this if I was a Adele or like a Dark Knight or something, strength class. Yeah, so always filter. By the way, always like filter the prices. So like, say you're like super rich. No one has 100 bill on them. No one. Like, I'm just being honest. Yeah, but broke life, hashtag broke life. Like, always just go all the way to the bottom. But yeah, so if you want to buy like really expensive items, but if you're more realistic, just type in 17. People usually 17 star their items, and you can solo Black Mage with 17 star, honestly. So that's an overstatement. But Absolab Archer Cape. So this is going for 1.5. It's not bad. It has 3-line decks basically, but it's not good either. It's not bad, but it's not good. Yeah. Arcane. Okay, this is an anvil. It's not actually arcane, but it looks like an arcane Umbra. It's actually an Absolab Archer cape. So if you are a Mercedes or like a Pathfinder and you want this, it's probably gonna be bought in like an hour. But yeah, yeah, 17 star you can specify. You can do 15 star. Honestly, if you are trying to buy like 15 star gear, oh, did I? Yeah, so yeah, 15 star. Okay, well, interesting items. If you are like starting the game, you can buy 15 star item for fun. It's not a bad price, honestly. I would have definitely bought one of these if I started off the game. But yeah, if you're just starting the game and you're watching this video, don't buy a lot of stupid shit in the auction house. Like, hear me out. Like, you just save your money. If you need damage to one shot, the only exception is like if you need damage to one shot for training. You want to train to 235, and then yeah, if you can't one shot at arcane maps up to like Esfera, then absolutely buy items to one shot mobs. So that brings me to my next point, right? So you want to fund yourself. So remember these 5 words. It's going to be assassin, because that is for thieves, for the Chaos Root Abyss. Okay, well, this pops up, but assassin. So you can just type in like Eagle Eye. So there's assassin, ranger for bowman, assassin for thieves, Dunwich for mage, warrior for obviously warrior, wanderer for pirates. So there's obviously 5 class archetypes, and you know, pirates, thief, bowman, mage, and warrior. So yeah, just memorize those words because you're going to. So say you're like a thief, right? I'm a thief. I'm a shadower. I'm a dual blade, whatever. Eagle Eye, assassin shirt. You want to buy something within like just buy something really cheap. Buy like an epic potential. You can get 200 mil pretty easily early game. Not too hard to merch at that point, but 1 bill is where you'll start getting like really tricky items. This is actually pretty nice. I probably would buy this. Yeah, so just remember those 5 words if you're trying to fund yourself. Remember, you can also type in trickster. They all share the same like names, but they're always classified by wanderer, assassin, ranger, dunwich, and warrior. So remember that if you're trying to fund yourself in regular server, the auction house, you can always check that market. So say you wanted to buy some really nice thief pants. Just go to the market and find some nice pants. Get you some nice jeans, you know? So another thing that I prefer over Reboot about regular server is that surprise style boxes, right? So let's go to the search tab. Let's go down to cache items and search anything. So yeah, people roll surprise style boxes. If you guys don't know what that is, it's rotated every, I don't know, like 2 weeks or something like that. People buy these items in the cash shop, and they have random NX items. They're all permanent. Yeah, so people who don't want their items, they throw in the auction house for people like me and you who want to buy clothes. So if you are a hashtag fashion story main, go ahead and just eat your heart out, because Reboot does not have this luxury. Some honorable mentions for a really expensive NX clothes just for fun while we're here. Blood Oath weapon. Let's see if it's so popular that people are just. This is like the most popular item. It's like 40 bill. That's worth so much meso. Like, oh my god, I would never buy that. No offense to people who like to flex those items, but what else is like expensive? So my hat that I'm using is actually pretty expensive. Black bucket hat. Yeah, it can get really pricey, so at the same time, you just don't want to spend too much money on NX clothes. I know a lot of people who buy a lot of clothes in the auction house, and it's just not a worthwhile investment if you want to solo block mage, for example. So just don't get too strung up on upgrading your character's pixel fashion. Some keywords that you can type in for cash. Oh, by the way, you can just sort it out by outfit. So you know, pet market as well, actually. Let's just search that up. Yeah, if you need a pet... Okay, this is not a pet. This is... Do not buy this ever. So, first pet is actually 100 mil. Prices will always fluctuate, remember. If there's an event where they release new pets for vac pets, people will try to roll to get the vac pet, and they'll have a bunch of cheaper pets. I've seen pets for like 9 mil each. So you can buy pets for much cheaper than this. If you see pets in regular server for 100 mil, do not buy them because they expire, and it's not worth your time, and it expires in 2 months from now, because it's May, and it says it's expired. This one in particular is expiring in July 17th. It's not worth it, 100 mil. Unless you're like really down bad, but why the hell would you just don't bother with that. But yeah, so the cash tab, you got pets, you can scroll all the way to the end, and then those are vac pets, of course. The way you can tell if it's a vac pet is if you can see that it'll say pets can collect items across a larger area than most other pets, which basically just means that they suck the life out of the map. Like, they literally suck items directly into their mouths, and they eat that shit up. Regular pets do not do that. It won't say anything like it says nothing. So yeah, back to where I was. You can go to, what is ETC? So don't do ETC, that's nothing. Pet, beauty. Okay, beauty would be nothing as well, right? Yeah, it's nothing. So beauty and ETC, PSA, they're nothing. What is game? I don't think it's anything, right? Yeah, nothing. So, by the way, there's like a cooldown, so mind that. I don't think boost is anything either. Yeah, no items found, it said. So, yeah, just when you go look for items in the auction house, just do outfits. So, I'm gonna explain the hidden item, quote, hidden item, little thing. So, you can scroll down. It's not really hidden, so the reason why I say hidden is because the auction house naturally will censor these items because there are just so many items in the auction house. You have to filter it more. So this is it claims that this is the cheapest item in the auction house, right? You can just do price range, right? So you can do, let's say, just do like a really low number, and then let's do like that. So yeah, that is not the cheapest item. The cheapest item is probably something like this, 75. It's like a hat. Also, as a rule of thumb, I'm going to reset. Go to outfits. If you want to look for like cheaper items, just type in random things. Like, let's just say you are a female character, right? Type in dress. You can find items that are like, you know, dress, attire, overalls, stuff like that. Or type in maybe like, I don't know, skirt. You're a female character, right? Think of like articles of clothing in real life that you can buy that are like, you know, for women. Yeah, so skirt, let's see, maybe blouse? No, that's weird. You can also do like overall. Sorry, there's a reset. There's a cooldown. You can do overall. You can do just look for words that, like, what are you wearing right now? You watching this video, what are you wearing right now? You're wearing a jacket? Type in jacket, you know? It's a cold day, buy a jacket. But yeah, things get very pricey, but I know a lot of people spend like billions of mesos on their clothes. You get the idea, like, just type in articles of clothing, maybe like jeans. Yeah, all about jeans. These are cute, actually. I'm sure they look nice. So now that we have fashion story out of the way, we are going to get into more practical things in terms of progression, right? So let's type in Nodestone. Nodestones are obviously what you need to level up your skills post level 200, 5th job. Nodestones are ridiculously expensive right now. Do not buy them when they are like ridiculously expensive. Wait till they drop in price. I've seen them for 600k, so a market to look out for is the Nodestone market. Another example is Familiar market. This is actually more of like an endgame thing. Do not worry about familiars until endgame. People are selling like legendary familiars. These are worth so much money. It's not worth your time to waste money on this. But you do want legendary if you are a person who buys NX. You need to use red cards in the auction house, or auction house in the cash shop to reroll the potential to get boss damage. Superior item crystal markets. Not really hot right now. Let's see. So there's basic, there's intermediate, there's advanced, there's superior. Let's type in superior item crystal. Yeah, actually people are buying them, but they're really cheap. I will sell like a stack of like at least 1,000. I'll get a couple hundred mil. If you don't know how to get these are from melting items in Ardent Mill. I have talked a lot about that in my previous videos. I'm not going to go too depth about that. This is already a really long video. Also, Juniper Berry Seed. This is used to make EXP accumulation potions. Look out for the Juniper Berry Seed market. Also, look out for EXP accumulation potion. There can be recipes, there can be actual EXP accumulation potions. This gives you a 10% EXP boost for 2 hours. So if you were training, absolutely use this. You can use this post 250. It's not just for 200 to 250. You can use this for as long as possible. And by the way, when it says alchemists are able to stomach 2 at a time, they are too strong for anyone else to drink more. It just means that you can use EXP accumulation potion and the wealth acquisition potion. So let's go type in wealth acquisition potion. It's such a long word. So yeah, wealth acquisition potion. This is for if you're meso farming or you want to gain back some meso. If you do train for 2 hours straight, it is worth it. It gives you meso drop rate. So not just meso, it's meso and drop rate. So remember that. So yeah, if you want to buy these, if you're planning to train for at least 2 hours, I think it's inhuman to train for like 8 hours a day. Just do 2 hour session per day. Yeah, you always want to buy, my friend actually abbreviates it as WAP. So, you know, you get that WAP, Wealth Acquisition Potion. But yeah, another market to look out for would be Cubic Blades. Just having Cubic Blade, they drop from, you know, those little giant mobs that spawn in your map every now and then from Runes of Darkness and all that. So yeah, cubic blades are used to make cubes. It literally says used for making Master Craftsman's cubes. So yeah, there's also Cubic Chaos Blade. These also drop from you know, same thing. They are expensive, so this is a good way to make profit. I probably have one, right? Let's go. I don't. No, I don't have it. Also, huge one actually, I didn't write this in my script, spell trace. Spell traces are always going to fluctuate in price, so if you are done scrolling all of your items, or you would rather make meso right now, sell your spell traces, but don't sell it for 5k. In Bara, it's typically, you want to you want to sell your spell traces during spell trace fever, because people are hashtag down bad during spell trace fever. Like, you want to profit off of these people who are down bad. Yeah, it will never be this expensive, but it'll be typically like 7k each. So yeah, look at the total price, 64. If you buy a stack of like 8,000, or was it 9,000? It's 50 mil, right? And then it goes up to spell trace fever, and you can get like 10 mil profit. It's not bad. It's literally free money if you're like really desperate to make money as an early game player. So yeah, my tip for new players is to hoard spell traces and then sell them during spell trace fever. You can find out if there's spell trace fever coming up in the website for MapleStory. If you're in the MapleStory Discord server, they will post you know, updates. They'll be like, hey, spell trace fever, read the patch notes. They tell you it's usually on Sundays, but I've seen it like on like Saturdays and stuff like that. But yeah, spell trace market, get into it. And then if you are like a mid-game to end-game player, look up Arcane Umbra, anything. Say, you can buy like really cheap weapons. This is fine. No one, see, because no one plays Paladin. Two-handed mace, I'm pretty sure that's Paladin, right? I'm not a warrior main. But yeah, 5 mil for this level 200 weapon, come on. I would say the most expensive one is probably like Arcane Umbra Fan, which is for, of course, our infamous Kana. Because everyone is a Kana, right? It's one of the best classes. It's actually the best class in the game, not gonna lie. Yeah, so this is 700 mil. That's a lot of mesos for early game players. Yeah, don't worry about this, but if you are a rich person, just Arcane Umbra, why are you watching this video? Yeah. So chair market, you want to go to etc., and then you're gonna go to chair, drop down, and then yeah, chairs can go very expensive. So if you like to play hashtag chair story, then yeah, this is just for like people who like to collect items. Don't worry about that. Oh, and also for training, people who buy NX, they are able to trade their 50% bonus EXP coupons. This is the fastest way to train, by the way. You need MVP 50% bonus EXP coupon. Remember this. If you are training to anything, level 300, you need this. You will not gain the most EXP from MVP. Alternatively, if you cannot afford this, I know I can't afford it sometimes because I'm broke. Or not broke, but like I'm really cheap. Like I don't like to buy these because they can get expensive. You can sometimes people will cast obviously in this megas. They'll be like MVP at Ezak, which is they're gonna cast the MVP buff, which is the same thing as this, at Easy Zakum, which is an easy map to teleport to, and they'll do like a channel. So people are willing to cast EXP to help people train. Isn't that lovely? Don't we love the community of MapleStory? Yeah, if you can't find any people casting MVP, just buy these in the auction house. This is going to give you the best EXP rates, period. Also, Mount Market, you can just type in Mount. I would only buy the permanent ones. This is 90 day, do not waste your time unless you're gonna, I don't know, fucking die in 90 days. That's very dark humor joke. Don't cancel me. Pet Market, we already went over that. Reading my script, sorry. What else? That's pretty much. Oh yeah, e-boss drops, clean slate scroll. You can get this from e-bosses. You can get this from, I think, Poyo and Frito. I'm not sure. You can sell. Don't buy. I don't even know how you get 5% clean slate scrolls, but usually 10% scrolls sell for like 20 mil. There are events where there's like double e-boss drops. They give you twice the amount of elite boss boxes from drops. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And then there's also epic potential scrolls, 50%. So these are always popping. I've seen them sell for like 40 mil before. I've sold epic pot scrolls for 40 mil. So be on the lookout for those. If you ever get these, you can hoard them. They never expire, so don't worry about that. You can just maybe have like a stack of like 100 or something like that. Like this person, this person has 100, right? They're gonna sell all of them. Well, this is not the price, but yeah, this person is selling 30 mil for each, and that is a stack of 100. That is 3 billion mesos right there. Hallelujah! Like you are going to be rich after these sell. I think people who hoard items are actually low-key geniuses, and you have to be patient in real life and in MapleStory to make a profit. That is just the reality of it. But yeah, those are just the main things. Just remember all of the markets that I mentioned, like such as Nodestone Market, Cubic Blade Market. They all fluctuate, also spell traces. Yeah, always type those in. Maybe like at least if you play MapleStory every day, just go check the market every day. That's all. That's in order to be successful in merching. Just check the auction house a lot. I am in the auction house like 90% of the time. One more thing I forgot to mention is the Rebirth Flame Market. These are also from, I think they're actually, well, they got rid of it actually. Eternal Rebirth Flames. I never get these from elite bosses anymore, which is kind of sad. I used to get them a lot, but one thing to take note of is when people are liberating in MapleStory, which is basically like killing a bunch of hard bosses, they get their Genesis weapon from it. When they liberate, they get a 22-star Genesis weapon, and it is fully like Star Force and all that, and scrolled. So the only thing they need is like a good flame. So when you get a notification that a bunch of people have liberated, you want to sell your Rebirth Flames during that, because then the market will go crazy. But yeah, I'm not going to go too in depth with that. If you ever get Rebirth Flames, you can get them from boss drops. You can get the regular ones from boss drops. These are always permanent. They are never going to expire. The powerful ones, however, usually expire. Not all of them, but they do kind of expire. Yeah, none of these are actually permanent. There are permanent ones, but they There are none on the market at the moment. So let me just go over market price. It's pretty simple. It just means that these are items that have been purchased. They are, you can just compare. So say you want to look up like a hat for your class, right? Absolute Bandits hat. You can see that people have been buying. So some idiot sold. My favorite thing about the market price is someone sold this for 300k. This was in April. That's hilarious. Usually people they don't care, they just patrol items up. But be on the lookout for items in the auction house in general. As a rule of thumb, people will put really cheap items on accident. Maybe they miss a digit. It's just hilarious. I can show you some examples in a minute. But yeah, you can see the market price for nice equips. So these are all purchased. So yeah. So let me give you an example of people miss pricing their items. I think it's fucking hilarious, dude. Muscle Bug Cat Kapoo, right? So this item is worth a lot. So it's, well, what is it worth now? Let's see. Okay, well, no one's really buying it, but they do exist in the market. But let's just type in something I'm pretty sure someone has messed up a lot of things. So let's see. Type in Blood Oath Weapon. No, they're about, yeah, no one has messed up. This is probably the most valuable NX item in the game, by the way, so... But yeah, just be on the lookout for people, selling really cheap, items. Absolute Bandit Cap usually goes for, I don't know, a minimum of, 50 mil or something like that. This is the lowest price I can find in Barra is 70 mil, so, just people just sell really crappy things or really cheap things for no reason in auction house, and it's actually hilarious. That's the only thing. Well, actually, free market was the same. You would see someone sell an item for 1 meso in the free market, and that shit was you would lose your mind. You would find a secret shop and it's really cheap items. But yeah, people mess up in auction house. Let it be known. So yeah, that's market price. We went over the search tab. Market price, very self-explanatory. So tells you the price of the market. Time completed. Tells you when it was purchased. A lot of things were purchased a month ago. Probably a limit. This was purchased back in February. It was a long time ago. I'm recording this in May, so yeah. Wish list. Yeah, wish list. Let's say put in the add to wish list, and it's there. You get a limit. I think it's maybe 10 or something like that. Also, in terms of slots, if you want to sell items, you can increase your slots by being an MVP. So basically, if you want to buy NX a lot, you're going to have a lot of slots. People by default have 10 slots. So if you are completely free to play, you are going to have just a 10 slot limit, and that's unfortunate. And I usually have that, but for some reason I bought NX recently, so I do have MVP. It does expire. It's not permanent. So Nexon wants you to keep buying NX to have permanent 30 extra slots. So yeah, that's just the way that they get you to spend NX or something like that. I'll just go over the complete tab real quick. Sold Ascendion cards. You can sell. Oh yeah, I forgot to go over Relenting Flames, but yeah, you get the idea. There's a market for Forever Unrelenting Flames and the regular orange ones. Yeah, so I sold a bunch of node stones. I bought a stack of them for 600k, and now they're 1.3 million. So I made a profit. I made it I don't know, I can't math. Yeah, so yeah, I also sell superior item crystals, cubic chaos blades, sell familiars, all that. Yeah, that is pretty much it. I don't want to go too in depth because this is already a freakishly long video, and I don't want to waste your time. If you do enjoy long videos, comment below or message me in game. Be like, hey, I really like long videos. Whisper me in game if you're in Barra. So yeah, that pretty much sums up the auction house. I am a fan of it, I will say, but I do miss the free market. Comment below if you like the free market. If you think the free market is a menace to MapleStory society. If you wish there was a way to message sellers, because I've seen so many people smega or super megaphone in MapleStory People are like, I'm looking for the seller of X item in auction house. Can you please DM me? Like, it's like, what are we doing right now? Like, can we add a feature to talk to people in the auction house? That would be so amazing. Like, imagine like a messenger app within the auction house. That would be incredible. Are you kidding me? So yeah, comment below if you like the auction house, if you missed the free market, which one you prefer. That is the question of the day. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you guys thought it was not insightful, then click off while you're watching my video. Dislike the video, I don't care. Give me feedback. Love you guys. Have a great day, and remember to always snipe people's items that have been mispriced. People will miss digits, an entire like 1 or 2 digits, like trying to sell an item. I've seen it before. I've seen items worth like billions of mesos. They sold it for like 1,000,000 mesos instead. Like, that's a huge difference. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And you guys have a great day, and take it easy.